Previously on Star Trek Online, the Dominion as you know it is on the verge of collapse. Without your help, the Hur'Q will win the war of attrition.
What's happening?
Yes, Garrick, I found your mysterious widget. What is it exactly? It's not Kremen tech.
I found a similar device on Bejor.
These devices call the Hur'Q, and we put them there. The other founders are hiding things from me.
Odo, look out!
Hold your fire. I think it's trying to communicate.
We can't hold off the Hur'Q forever.
Alliance forces are spread too thin to help, Quark.
We need the Klingons, brother. Otherwise, we're doomed.
The Sword of Kahless, as promised.
Once again, the House of Quark delivers. Martok will be pleased.
You found a secret I've kept for millennia.
The origin of the Hur'Q infestation.
And you're rolling it.
The Dominion must endure.
I'm afraid I can't allow that. As we speak, every Hur'Q in the quadrant is homing in on the signal.
Are you insane, Weyoun? That was our last hope.
How is this possible? You were in prison!
I was liberated by those who still served the true founders. Not everyone is a traitor to the Dominion, after all.
There is only one traitor here, Weyoun. It's time you paid the price for your treachery.
Pathetic. You can't even kill someone properly. Allow me to instruct you. You! Jemadar! Make yourself useful. Kill them! Giving you an order! Open fire! Kill them, now!
I think not.
He's gone.
And not a moment too soon.
Bashir to command. Everyone, we have a problem.
Well, you're in quite a fix there, Odo.
Brilliant observation, Quark. What do you want?
Forgive my brother, Odo. We're here to help.
The Ferengi cavalry? I thought I'd seen everything.
Oh, the best is yet to come, Odo. Say hello to my dangerous friends.
Well, Quark, we're waiting.
Rom, where are they?
Lose something? Like your nerve, perhaps?
Long ago, T'Kuvma, the Unforgettable, lit the beacon of Kahless to restore glory to the Empire. Today, a new torchbearer, Worf, son of Moog, does the same. United, we now go to fight the enemy of our ancestors. Today, we will fight the Hur'Q. I now hold the weapon they fear most. The Sword of Kahless has been returned to us. Join me now in honorable combat. Show the Hur'Q what it truly means to be Klingon. For Kahless, for the Empire, Kapla! Whom do we seek? Kahless. How do we find him? Together! Kahless, give us light to see forever! Will he hide from us always? Never!
You made it. Good. We're going to need all the help we can get here. It looks like the Hur'Q are focusing their attacks on the link. I've called for reinforcements, but most of our lines have been overrun. We're going to make a stand here and hope the Doctor's plan is successful. If not, if we fail, this may be the day the Dominion dies.
Come on, you! Hey! You want to live forever?
the conclusion.
Please tell me you have more Jem'Hadar coming to help.
The call's been sent, but they may not arrive in time.
We'll do what we can with what we have then.
As always, until the end.
I'm not sure I like the way you said that, Odo.
Maurice, if we don't make it...
No, now is not the time for this discussion.
Look around. There may not be a better time.
And I understand what you did.
You do? Then you know how sorry I am for everything.
Yes. And I forgive you.
I know. I feel the same.
Can we have this lover's quarrel a little later?
Maurice, are you hurt?
It's just a scratch. I'm fine. We're losing ground here, Odo. Keep fighting.
We can't hold this position much longer.
That's Jem'Hadar, for we're about to die, Doctor. Are you ready?
Not without the Ketracel components needed for the cure.
Ketracel. Yes. Victory.
Wait! Stop!
Is life.
It seems the battle is over, but how? What happened up there, Doctor?
I believe Dukan Rex realized that his own body contained the Ketracel material I needed to finalize the cure. He extracted what we needed at the cost of his life. Once the Hur'Q were able to synthesize the cure, they came to their senses and called for an immediate ceasefire. Their forces are withdrawing as we speak. It's over, Odo. I won't say we've won, but it's over.
Doesn't sound like it. Why is this so dark?
There was nothing I could do for him on the Hur'Q Dreadnought. The Ketracel extraction process was too devastating. Odo, you treated him like a son when we first found him on DS9, and I'm truly sorry.
He didn't even have a name when he left us. I'll make sure the name he found is never forgotten. I remember his first days on the station. All he wanted to do was fight. Didn't matter who. When he left, I thought I'd never see him again. Or if I did, it'd be as enemies. The man I met years later still knew how to fight, but his reasons for doing so had changed dramatically. I'm proud to have known him. I wish I could have done more in the end.
You did well enough, I guess.
I suppose you're right. I believe Captain Kira was looking for you. She was at the Temple of the Prophets last I checked. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to pay my respects. We'll talk more later.
Okie dokie. Temple of the Prophets. Where the hell am I first off? Okay, there. Is this the hallway? This is the hallway. Is the temple this way? Let's see, it'll be on my left-hand side. It's to the docking rings. And of course, since I see the arrow now, I was going the wrong way. This is what I get for recording early in the morning without coffee in my blood. Caffeine, the substance of life. Okay, sickbay is here. Oh, God, right next door. Bloody hell. Thank you. Oh, I guess gotta talk to everybody here.
And here we are, once again. It's been quite a journey, hasn't it?
Yeah, no doubt.
Funny you should mention that. After we got back, Starfleet Command offered me a number of postings, even the center chair on one of those shiny new cruisers. Tempting. But I chose to join the command staff here on DS9. Bajor and the Celestial Temple mean a lot to me, and this station is a good place to keep them both safe.
Yeah, our mutual friend in the Gamma Quadrant.
Subtle, but you're not wrong. Odo and I have a lot to work out before we're back to where we were, but we've taken a few good steps in that direction. I think it'll work out. Eventually. He's a hard man to read sometimes.
Very true. Okay, I think I'm gonna save Kaiopaka till last.
Hello again, my friend. It pleases me to see you. I have interesting news.
Oh, really?
Thankfully, no. Rather, it involves the Orb of Peace that you returned with Kaiopaka. It has spoken to me. I've been exploring the meaning of that experience with the Kai and Captain Kira. They are, after all, experts on such matters. While we all find it curious that an Orb of the Prophets would speak to a Vorta, we also agree it would be foolish to ignore it.
Absolutely.
With the blessings of Founder Odo, I have been transferred to this quadrant to continue my studies of the orb and the prophets. I shall also serve as Founder Odo's representative here. Diplomacy is my specialty, after all. I'm sure we'll be seeing one another again. May the blessings of the Founders and the prophets be yours.
Thank you.
It is good to see you once more. I was hoping we'd have a moment to speak on an important matter before your duties take you back to the stars.
And what's up?
My thoughts often return to the Orb of Peace. It was no coincidence that it was found in the Gamma Quadrant, in the midst of two warring tribes. I believe it to be a message from the prophets, one of guidance in troubled times.
Have you heard from the Cisco?
Now that the conflict with the Hur'Q has ended, I feel it's time to explore this omen more thoroughly. The recent vision experienced by Loris is truly remarkable. That the prophets would speak to a Vorta. Again, this is no coincidence. Simply put, I believe the orb is meant to broker a lasting peace between the people of our quadrants and the Dominion.
Huh.
Thank you for coming to visit. After all we've been through, it means a lot to have friends, even if it reminds me of the ones we miss. Speaking of reunions, I think General Martok is leading the charge against the Bloodwine at Quark's. I'm sure he'd want to congratulate you on another glorious victory. May the prophets watch over you.
Thank you, and with you. Okay. Oh, Quark's Bar. It is celebration time. Q coolin' the gang.
We'll be here at DS9 until my ship is repaired. Fortunately, I have exclusive rights to the holosim of the battle. The sales of that alone will cover the cost of repairs, and then some. Some days it's good to be the Grand Nagus.
Okay.
I don't like to think about how close to disaster we were, though. Fortunately, there were people like you out there to bring us all back from the brink. All those adventures. You've got quite a story to tell. That reminds me. Have you ever considered making a holo-biography? I think your life story would be quite popular and profitable. I'll make you a very generous offer for the rights and cut you in on a share of the profits, say 25%.
Oh, I'll settle for nothing less than 50.
Suit yourself. The offer still stands if you change your mind.
Okay.
Oh, I'm so glad to see this come to an end. But not as glad as everyone back on Ferenginar. It's a celebration of Rule 35 like no one's ever seen before. I mean, peace may be good for business, but things are really getting out of hand.
Oh, so?
When word got out that the Gamma Quadrant was open for business, the new Latinum rush was on. Open borders and free trade policies. My husband was practically weeping with joy. Oh, poor Odo. He thought he had his hands full with Quark on DS9. Now, he's gonna have an entire quadrant full of Ferengi to deal with.
Oh boy, that's a massive headache. Okay, let's go talk to Quark. I believe this is him over here, if the server would stop rubber banding.
Welcome back. Seeing as this is a private party and I'm in an unusually generous mood, you'll be getting the VIP discount on your drinks tonight.
What's the catch?
Did you take a hit to the head in that fight? I'm in a good mood. Not insane. Half off. Take it or leave it.
Fair enough.
That's more like it. Don't take it personally. You could be Odo. His drinks? 50% markup.
Okay. Oh yeah, about the sword.
Not much to tell, really. Lex saw the error of his ways and gave it back. Then I had Grilka let Martok and Worf know we'd recovered their precious relic. A quick handoff later, and the Klingons were off to war. Rom and I tagged along, mainly to see the look on Odo's face when I rode in with the cavalry. That was priceless. If I die tomorrow, I'll go to the Exchequer with a smile on my face.
Okay, and how much did you make off of it?
Who do you think you're talking to? Nog? Unlike the Federation, the Klingons know the value of latinum. I'm thinking of spending my cut on a smaller moon to orbit the one I already have. I might even name it Odo.
You know, I need to visit that place one of these days.
Can I get you something?
No. Okay. And who we got here? Oh, well, let's talk to you first.
I am forever indebted to you. Without your efforts, I would walk the path of exile for the rest of my days. Now, I will help make amends for all that has happened during Zencast's terrible crusade.
Take good care to learn from it. We'll save Martok for last.
We need to stop running into each other when the fate of the galaxy is on the line. I'd be fine with drinks here at Uncle's bar, or some baseball on the holodeck. That said, I can't think of too many people I trust when everything's on the line. Glad you are here for this.
You know, I'm probably going to get shot in the comments for this, but baseball doesn't really appeal to me. I mean, you know, it's fun to play, but boring as hell to watch.
Starfleet's assigned the Chimera to peacekeeping duty in Hur'Q space. We'll be working with the Joint Task Force to help the Hur'Q get back on their feet again as well. There's a lot to be done, but we want to help them rejoin the galactic community.
Good goal.
It is, but my crew is up for the challenge. They're some of Starfleet's best. Take care of yourself out there. Don't be a stranger.
Same to you.
A hard-fought battle and a well-earned victory. And yet, we almost missed it. Our fleet would have never left the Empire if it weren't for the sword's return. Grilka tells me her former mate, Quark, had something to do with that. The sacred blade of Kahless, returned to the Empire by a Ferengi. Madness!
Just something to give you another reason to drink.
Yes, it was Worf's idea to ignite the beacon of Kahless. A bold move, but it paid off. Only a coward could refuse such a call to arms.
Indeed. And speaking of which, where is Worf?
The legend of Kahless is stronger than ever. It would not surprise me if the High Council moved to create a new clone of the Emperor. There is great power in legend, after all.
True, very true.
Interesting. There's a message from Garrick on my monitor here. Text only. He wants you to meet him at his old tailor shop. Maybe he's had enough of politics and wants to get back in the fashion game. Probably more profitable in the long run, and easier on the nerves. I wouldn't keep him waiting if I were you. He looks for secrets when he gets bored, and trust me, he's not the person you want poking around in your business.
Yeah, I better go see. And I'm getting an uneasy feeling about this. Tailor shop. I have no clue where that is. Wait, sick bay. Was it down this way a little bit? Oh, wait. I see the green on the mini map there. Okay. Had to look closely. This isn't it, is it? No, one more down. This is it over here. No, it's not. I missed. Here we go. God, this place is so dark.
The conflict may be over, but there's still plenty of work to be done. The Lucari have offered to help the Hur'Q restore their homeworld's ecosystem, and they've accepted. Dr. Bashir will be working with us on this. It's our goal to ensure that no Hur'Q will go without nourishment again.
Good.
Some time ago, I hoped for a path to peaceful resolution to our troubles with the Hur'Q. I'm happy to be part of such a solution, at last. Thank you for your efforts in getting us all to this point. to peace.
Be safe. Garrick?
Thank you for meeting me here. Strangely, I find it easy to center myself in this shop. Even relax.
Huh? Yeah. Memories of a simpler time? Yeah.
Quite so. Cardassia is about to begin a new journey, as it were, and I'll be going along for the ride.
Cool.
Oh, it is. Cardassia has been offered membership in the Alliance, and we've accepted. Our seat at the table was hard-earned, but we're ready and grateful to join the ongoing efforts. Officer exchange programs have already begun. In fact, I suspect you'll be seeing more Cardassian faces in the future. I hope you show them the same courtesy as you've shown me in our shared adventures.
Of course. And, yeah, where are you going to be now?
Oh, I'll be spending time on Earth, Kronos, and New Romulus. The life of an ambassador is never dull, after all. Someone needs to make sure the Alliance doesn't forget about Cardassia, and I suppose that someone is me. I'll be sure to follow your exploits, of course. They'll be far more entertaining than economic forecasts and state functions, to be sure.
Yeah, thanks, I think.
I believe our fearless leaders would like to have a word with you next.
Okay. Where the heck am I supposed to meet them? Alliance leaders. Are they open ops? Oh, they're right here.
The Hur'Q sector has been designated as independent from the Dominion, and a Hur'Q neutral zone has been established around it. The Empire will join the Federation and the Republic in keeping the peace between the Dominion and the Hur'Q. We have experience in enforcing a neutral zone, after all.
This is true.
Martok's use of the beacon and the return of the blade has led to a renewed interest in Kahless throughout the Empire. Some say that Martok stands with honor next to great heroes like Tukuvma, Vok, L'Rell, and Kang. As if getting along with a stubborn old Targ wasn't difficult enough, his ego will be larger than Mount Hamar at this rate. It is fortunate that Martok has little in the way of political aspirations. Otherwise, I may need to kill him. Again. Ha!
Hey, he ends up dead. I'm coming after you.
I have initiated a dialogue between the Dominion and the Karema. In light of recent events, I feel it is imperative that their conflict is resolved peacefully. Whether that results in an independent Karema or not remains to be seen, but I shall endeavor to help them reach a result that is beneficial for both parties.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenge. Admiral?
There have been some significant diplomatic events since your return from the Gamma Quadrant. First, the Dominion is joining the Alliance. Having them as allies will take some getting used to, but the opportunity was too great to ignore.
Indeed.
As a condition to joining the Alliance, we requested that the Founders take steps to free the Jem'Hadar from their addiction to Ketracel White. I'm happy to say that Ambassador Odo is inclined to comply with that request. It will make things interesting in the Gamma Quadrant, to be sure. Still, it's been a long time coming. The Jem'Hadar should be able to live their lives freely.
Interesting thought. What would they do with their lives? Let me guess. Okay, over to sickbay now, huh? God, why can't you all just meet in one place? Wait, no. Oh, good, you're standing outside.
Things are finally settling down around here. Well, as much as it ever settles down, that is.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot to be done with the Hur'Q, and being part of Starfleet will help me make things happen in that regard. When I'm not here, I'll be working with the Lucari and the crew of the USS Aventine to help the Hur'Q get back on their feet.
Yeah, long way from home there.
Indeed, but I happen to be married to the captain of the Aventine, so it won't be, too bad. The kids won't be joining us until Kumake and her team restore Havas-Kul to a more habitable state, however. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. But until then, be safe out there. Doctor's orders.
Wait, you got a wife and kids?
The Dominion is about to go through a number of changes, liberating the Jem'Hadar from the White, phasing out the Founders' benevolent dictatorship, establishing a safe haven for the Hur'Q. Needless to say, I'm going to be very busy for quite some time.
Now that would be a process to kind of watch, how they go from dictatorship to whatever form of government they take.
No. There are still a number of Founders within the Great Link who will be very resistant to change. I'd like to think they're outnumbered by those willing to take a more democratic approach, however. The last thing anyone needs is a Dominion civil war.
Democratic approach you gotta be careful with too, because majority rule, yeah, then you got the majority enforcing the rules against the minority, and you could have a whole ton of problems with that. Anyway, enough political talk.
Also, not all of the Hur'Q were cured. We'll be dealing with rogue swarms for some time. I hope we can call on you in the future if we run into that special kind of trouble you have a talent for dealing with. Oh, and speaking of trouble, you might keep an eye on Quark. That little act of heroism with the sword of Kahless will make him bolder than ever.
Oh, no doubt his head's already swelling. Beam me up.
The future of the Dominion is uncertain for the first time in many years. Without the Founder and her unbreakable will at the center of it all, the Gamma Quadrant will undoubtedly go through a great deal of turmoil. I'll do what I can to maintain order and keep the peace, but it's going to be challenging, to say the least. For now, what matters to me is that you fought for the Dominion when we needed it the most. I won't forget that. And thanks to the Great Link, neither will the Founders. Thank you. I hope we meet again under much better circumstances.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video and want to help the channel to grow, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and maybe even get a friend to watch. That would be awesome. Until next time.